Hey, what's going on guys, BLUEZ here. I just want to say before the video starts to please drop a sub. I'm really close to 50k, and if I could reach it after this video, it'd be really cool. So there's one part in this video that is completely related to GPU settings. So if you guys want general Roblox settings, make sure you watch the first and third part. If you're here for GPU, make sure you watch the entire video because it's all going to be relevant to you to get the most amount of FPS possible. Also, if you guys want a ping and internet speed optimization video, make sure you like the video. If this video reaches 1,000 likes by the end of the week, I'll make sure to do it. So what I would like you to do is just drop a like, drop a sub, and go join the Discord. So once you're in the Discord, which will be the link in the description, you'll see a channel called Optimizations. Over in Optimizations will be a thing called BLUEZ FPS Pack. So all you need to do is download this. You will get a potentially dangerous download, but don't worry, just click continue to download. So once you're done, it will open the internet browser and it will download in the top right. All you need to do is click download complete. Over here, go to downloads, drag this onto your desktop. So we're going to close these and drag this right here. So once this is here, all you need to do is just right click it, go to extract all, extract, and then now we have it here. So this is the file right here. It'll go down probably into the bottom left of your desktop. So all you need to do is open that. So right here we have BLUEZ FPS Pack. So first off, what I want you guys to do is just click on this and then click FPS unlocker. All you need to do is just click it and it will start running. So this will go down into the bottom right corner where the arrow is, which will just give you unlocked FPS, just so you can get the most amount of FPS you can if you haven't already. So before we go through all of these, I'm going to go through an order. But what you guys need to do to make sure any of these problems don't stick around, even if any of this gets messed up, which I doubt it will, but this is on the safe side. All you need to do is make a restore point. So what you need to do is go into the bottom left, press Windows or click in the bottom left and type in restore point. So create a restore point. All you need to do is go down here. Then what you need to do is press create, type a restore point, just maybe like, just call it BLUEZ if you want. Creating a restore point. So what this does is if any of this messes up, all you need to do is go back into this menu, click on this and just system restore. And then pretty much it'll just go back to where it was at before you made all these changes. So yeah, now that we've got that out of the way, let's get into what it is. So first off, we need to do appearance. So in the bottom left, all you need to do is type appearance. It'll be adjust the appearance of performance of Windows. So all you need to do is go in here. First thing we're going to do is adjust the best performance. So this will untick them all, and we're only going to do a couple. So smooth edges of screen fonts. Then you're going to click show thumbnails instead of icons, and show window contents while dragging. These are the most useful ones, so you just want to tick these. All you need to do is click apply. That's it, we're done with that one. So on to option 2. This will be a bit different depending on whether or not you have a laptop. So let this load. This might take a little bit. But yeah, this will be a bit different depending on if you have a laptop or not. But power options, all you need to do is go into the bottom left, type in power and sleep settings, click additional power settings. And then right here, most PCs will have this set to balanced, or if you're on a laptop that isn't plugged in and might be power saver, all you need to do is for most PCs is just chuck it, go down here, show additional things, and high performance will be in there. So just tick this. That's all you have to do for that one. Okay, close those. Now we go back. Now on the NVIDIA control panel. So this will only work if you guys have a NVIDIA graphics card. All you need to do is go into the bottom right. Most people will already have this, but if you don't, just go to the NVIDIA website. I won't show you how to do that. It's pretty easy. Just Google NVIDIA and download experience. But I'm pretty sure most people would already have this. So all you need to do is right click it down here, go to NVIDIA control panel. The first thing I'm going to say is a lot of people have monitors that they don't realize is a higher refresh rate. So in order to do that, make sure you go to change resolution. It'll be right below display. Go down until you see PC and then click the highest resolution, and right here will be a little drop down that'll say refresh rate. And just select the highest one is on here. Most people, if you don't really have a good monitor, will have 60 or 75, but if you have a pretty good monitor, maybe 144 or higher. I know a lot of people have had this messed up. A lot of my friends over the years have always just had this set to a lower amount, maybe like 60, but ended up having like 144 or 240 or anything like that. So just make sure you guys check this. So once we're done with that, head over to manage 3D settings. So once you're on the screen, what we're going to do is go through these things. So these are the things that give you more FPS when it comes to your graphics card. So we're going to start at the top. Image scaling off, ambient occlusion off, anisotropic filtering off, anti-aliasing off, gamma correction off, anti-aliasing mode off, background application max frame rate, make sure you have that one off. That one is very bad if you have that turned on and you don't know about it. GPUs all, driver default, DSR factors off, low latency mode, so right here, this one will usually be set to off. I recommend ultra or on. It really depends on how bad your computer is. If you have a decent PC, I would have it on, but for games like Roblox that has a lower frame rate, it kind of takes advantage of having it on set to ultra. So yeah, max frame rate, make sure you have that off. If you guys have G-Sync, I recommend turning it on, especially if you have a higher refresh rate, because Roblox, what it does is it lowers your frame rate, and all it's doing is maxing your refresh rate to your FPS. So G-Sync especially is very, very useful in Roblox to make it not look terrible and make sure it doesn't screen tear. Multi-frame sample AA, make sure you have that off. OpenGL, auto select. Power management mode, this will usually be set to normal. Make sure you just do prefer maximum performance. Refresh rate, highest available. Shader cache, set this to driver default, or if you know that you have at least 2 to 5 terabytes of storage, what you can do is go into here and just set unlimited. So once that's done, go down, set it anisotropic sample optimizations, set that off. Negative LOD bias, set that allow. Quality, what we're going to do is set this one to high performance. Then we're going to scroll down. Trilinear optimization, set that to on. Threaded optimization, set that to auto. Triple buffering off. Vertical sync off. Virtual reality frames, you guys won't need to worry about this unless you have a VR headset, but make sure it's just set to 1. Virtual reality, make that off, and then Vulkan OpenGL, set that to auto. Roblox uses this setting, so just make sure it's set to auto. So once that's done, all you need to do is click apply. We'll probably freeze up for a little bit, then it'll be done. So one last thing we're going to do is go over here to configure surround, and then right on this page there is a thing right here called PhysX settings. The processor will usually be set to auto select, but what you want to do is just select your graphics card, which will obviously just be what isn't the CPU, but yeah. So click apply on that, and now that is all done. So once you've done all that, what we're going to do is go into the file that we had earlier, and we're going to unpark the CPU. This is very, very easy. So what we need to do is open it up, go to unpark CPU, it'll be right here, double click on it, select yes. Okay, so once we're in here, make sure you set the system power plan to high performance, and just make sure this is all the way at 100% and press apply. You can press unpark all if you want to be safe, and then just press apply again. Same thing, just make sure you do this, and you can close out of that. You never need to open that again. Okay, so for the next one, what we need to do is do your background apps. So if you want to do the background apps, all you need to do is go into the bottom left, press the little cog right here that says settings, go into privacy. So this will be down here, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there will be one called background apps. So once you're in here, all you need to do is just select this off. This just stops stuff running in the background, like your camera, Cortana, calculator, and stuff like that. That's just taking up CPU usage. A lot of this is just going to be in Windows, just taking up a lot of your processing power. So you just kind of want to turn these off. Okay, so what we're going to do is close out of that. That's done as well. Then what we're going to do is head over to Xbox Game Bar. If you guys know you use this setting, make sure you keep it on. But if you don't have an Xbox, or you know you don't use this setting, all you need to do is just turn it off. It's really not useful for much. So yeah, I'll turn that off there. So once that's done, head over to Windows Tweaker. So this will be in the setting, which will be Ultimate Windows Tweaker 4.8. All you need to do is double click on that, press yes. So once you're in here, it'll look like this. Don't panic, it's very, very simple. What we're going to do is go over onto the left and click performance. So once we're in performance, make sure you set all of these to 1000 all the way to the left. If you want to be a bit quicker, you can just type it in this right side. But pretty much what we're going to do is go through all of these boxes and tick them all other than auto and non-responsive programs. Because sometimes Roblox can not respond and then end up saving itself so it works again. So you don't want to turn this one on in case it'll actually crash your Roblox. So make sure this one is off. So just go through all of these, make sure you tick them all. Yes, yes, yes. Just disable all of these and then click apply tweaks. So apply. It'll make your screen flash for a second. Don't worry, it's all good. Go over to security and privacy, and what we're going to do is we're going to go up to privacy. So once you're in here, make sure you turn all of these off as well. Disable Cortana, handwriting, Wi-Fi sense, all this stuff. Make sure this is all turned off, and then apply tweaks. One thing a lot of you guys might not know, especially if you have an actual PC and not a laptop, is you have most of the time a network adapter on your motherboard, but your motherboard usually has this off by default. So this will help a lot with ping and how stable your internet is. So all you need to do is go into additional, click enable the network adapter on board processor, and then just press apply. So now that's all done, that's pretty much it. What we're going to do is go quickly up to here, customization. I forgot about this one. Before you close out of it, just click disable start animations. This just makes it a lot better when you're starting your PC up and stuff like that. So it just gets in a bit quicker. Okay, apply again. Again, screen will flash, very easy. Then that's all done. All you need to do is just close that. Okay, so what we're on to next is we have the mouse. So what you need to do is just head over and type in mouse settings. So once you're in the mouse settings, go to additional mouse options. Right here in the pointer option, what you will have is a thing that will usually be ticked on everyone's PC, which is enhanced pointer precision. What this pretty much is like mouse acceleration. So the further you swipe, the further your cursor goes, and it will kind of just make it speed up as you flick it around rather than keeping it at a constant speed. So what you need to do is just turn this one off. Very easy, just do that. Make sure your pointer speed is set to the middle. That's just the default. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for that. So again, close that. All you need to do is press OK. This will help a lot with aim as well if you guys are playing any sort of FPS games or just trying to aim a bit better. So what we're going to do next is head over to keyboard. So once you're in keyboard, I recommend setting your repeat delay to short and your repeat rate to fast. Turn cursor blink rate all the way off. This is usually terrible and it makes it a lot harder to actually see what you're typing. So again, just do this, press apply, and your keyboard should be a little bit faster. Okay, so what you have is MSI util. So this is what we're going to do, which is two tiny little changes. This will be more useful for PC, but you can do this on a laptop. But you only need to do one of these settings if you're on a laptop. So again, hop in, go to, so it'll be MSI util v3. What you need to do is right click, run as admin, press yes. So once we're in here, we have two settings we're looking at. One will be your network driver, which is going to be my Realtek Gaming 2.5 family controller. If you're on Wi-Fi, you can do the same here. What you need to do, especially for your GPU and all of these settings, is on the right side here where it says interrupt priority, click on this little drop down and set that to high. So I'm going to be setting my internet to high, which would be this one, but if you're on Wi-Fi, just make sure you set that one to high. And then yeah, what you need to do is click apply, go on the top right, press that, and then close out. So the next one we're going into is called WPD. Right click on this as well, make sure you run this as an admin, press yes. So now this is open, just ignore this and head over to privacy. Pretty much what you want to do is go through all of these and set them all off other than advanced. Don't touch advanced or turn on Windows Update. Make sure you just turn all of these off up here. So we'll just go through these, set all of these off. And there. Now that's all done, all you need to do is apply. And we'll just pre-apply it normally, but if you guys don't do that, just make sure you come in here and just do it again. It should just work when you close it. So now that's all turned off, we have one last thing, is OOSU 10. Run as admin again, press yes. Okay, so with this, it's very easy. All you need to do is go up the top, see this drop down up here, which will say actions, apply only recommended settings. Once you say yes, do that. System restore. This will just quickly do a second system restore, so make sure you just press yes on that one. And yeah, one quick thing before you guys close out, I kind of realized after the fact that these here right under activity history and clipboard, you want to keep these off. So you don't want to disable your clipboard history, especially if you're a GPO trader or a GPO player, because I know a lot of you guys probably use this function. So if you go here and press Control C, now this is copied to a clipboard, and if you press Windows and then press V, down in the bottom right hand side will be a clipboard which will show you every single history of your copy and paste that you have during this previous session of your computer being on. So this just helps with trading and just going around to different lobbies and stuff like that, just posting what you want. So yeah, just make sure you keep this enabled. All you can do is close it out of that. It's all done. And yes, close that. So if you've just reached this part where you finished the general settings and you're now looking to do GPO and Roblox settings, what you guys need to quickly do is just restart your computer. This just makes it so all these settings that you've been doing now apply onto your computer and you don't have anything overlapping and lagging it up. So specifically for this end part, what we're going to do is do this for all the Roblox people that play GPO. So for GPO, what you want to do is pretty much just go into Roblox. This will have a few like general settings as well. So what you need to do is go in and make sure you turn this FPS unlocker on. So in the bottom right, it'll just come down here, right click it, make sure your FPS is uncapped. Once you're in there, all you need to do is head over to GPO or whatever Roblox game you're going in. I'm going to give you some GPO specific settings and some general settings. So what we're going to do is open Roblox. So now that we're over in Roblox, pretty much what you want to do is press Shift F5. If this FPS in the top left is still set to 60, it didn't work. So make sure you go quickly restart your game with the FPS unlocker open and just make sure it's unlocked. If you guys have any problems in that, just leave a comment, but it should just work. So once you're in game and your FPS is unlocked, pretty much what you want to do is press escape and go to settings. So once you're in settings, you'll have the graphics quality. Set this to manual. So as you can see how far the buildings are away, pretty much once this enters the things like full gray, obviously you can still see, but if you go any further, you're just going to have problems with the render settings and rendering in like buildings. So once those are rendered in, all you want to do is just make sure it's full grays and it'll pretty much be as best you can get. The difference between this and this, the FPS barely makes a difference. It makes maybe like a, 10 FPS difference for me, and that is saying a lot. For you guys, it will probably make barely anything. So make sure it's just set to full gray. If you max it out, all it does is just add anti-aliasing once it gets to the end and adds a little bit of shadows. So if you're struggling with FPS and really bad still, just make sure you set this to full gray. Okay, make sure reduce motion is on. And so now we're going to get into the GPO specific settings. So right in here, you'll see the settings once you press M and go into shadows. These right here will make you jump a good amount of FPS. As you can see in the bottom right, I'm at 420. Turn shadows off, I go all the way up to 500. So that's how much that makes. One last other option is go into inventory and just make sure you turn item rotation off. So watch this. As you can see, it's going to kill my FPS. It just went from 430 up to 460. That's about a 40-30 FPS difference. So that's how much the rotations, like the difference of rotation is, especially if you're just in the actual main menu like this. As you can see, 370 FPS, turn it off, goes all the way up to 420. Alright, so now that we're back on the main screen, what I want you guys to do is go to this folder called Roblox Settings right here. You'll see it in the download, so all you need to do is just open this up and you'll see 4 files. So if you guys know what client app settings are, you guys know what this is. It pretty much just changes the graphics and the files of the actual game. So I have them set to comp and I have them set to toaster. So for toaster, it's pretty much if your PC is still barely running Roblox, these will be your options. If you're getting a decent amount of FPS now in comp, this is what you want because it will just kind of lower your graphics but still give you a decent amount of FPS. So the difference between show FPS and no FPS is pretty much in the top left corner is going to be an FPS counter that is going to permanently be there if you choose show FPS. You can always come back and just change, but for these there is going to be show FPS. For now, I'm going to be taking the show FPS and the toaster one. So what we want to do for these is pretty much rename this file and make sure you get rid of all of the client app settings. So just make sure this part is left. So what you want to do now is just make sure you copy this and head up here and type in %appdata%. Then when you're on that, make sure you go over to app data and then you go to local. So when you're on local, what you need to do is scroll down and find Roblox. It should be under R because it's done alphabetical. So Roblox right here. Go into versions. And right here, we'll see your latest version. Once you go into that, go into client settings. And then what you want to do is paste this into here and replace the file. So once that's done, it's going to do that. Then close out of there. Go and open your Roblox. So once you're in Roblox, just press play. And once we're in game, I'll show you. So now that we're over in game, pretty much as you can see, the graphics are absolutely horrible. So all you need to do is go do your optimizations, item rotation off, shadows, you don't really worry about it because it is pretty, So yeah, this is what the game's going to look like. As you can see, we have insane amounts of FPS just running around. Let's go ahead back to that same area that I was in earlier and see what sort of FPS I can get now. So earlier we were capping around 520. As you can see, we're reaching around the 580 mark. See if we can get up to 590. So I'd say it's around 580. So that is a 60 FPS increase just by switching over to this file. As you can see, it looks really, really bad. So this is really if you're desperate to try and get at least as much frames as you can. And yeah, so we're going to switch over to the other profile, the one that is for competitive. And I'm going to show you what that one looks like. So now that we're over in game again, this is what the balanced version is going to look like. So the difference between the balanced version and the potato version is pretty much the graphics are going to be better. Stuff like this is still going to be a bit glitchy, so it kind of lowers some of that. But as you can see, the shadows doesn't even work now. So the shadows are going to be permanently off, so you don't need to worry about toggling that on and off. And if you turn arm rotation off, you still get an insane FPS boost. As you can see, we're running around and still getting 550. So we'll head back to that same area and we'll see what FPS we get now. So we're sitting right here and we're getting around 560 FPS. So this is pretty much like the potato version, but you still get a lot more graphics and it just makes it nicer. So what this does is pretty much just stops the shadows from rendering in altogether. So you don't need to worry about that setting and it's not loaded in the background, making it toggleable. Again, if you made it this far and it's now working for you, please subscribe to the channel. I'm really close to 50k subscribers, so if I could reach it after this video, it'd be really, really cool. And make sure you like and sub and go join the Discord. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Make sure you go and check out my network optimizations video. It should be done after this. Maybe it should be a couple of days, maybe a week. It really depends on how much I get around to. So yeah, that'll be it. I'll see you guys in the next video and peace.